I'll show you.
I've been growing more attached to roguelike games ever since I reviewed Warriors Abyss on the Nintendo Switch a few months back. There's something deeply satisfying about pushing through run after run, learning patterns and improving with each attempt, and then finally taking down that boss that once felt impossible. Towa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree builds on the same sense of reward in a feudal-inspired, hand-drawn hack-and-slash adventure that is rich in lore and designed around repeat play. What's it like? Pick your battle buddy, sharpen your blades, and prepare for plenty of runs as we review Towa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree for Nintendo Switch.
What a wild battle.
Indeed. Let's...
Towa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree follows two intertwined storylines. First, you'll play as Towa, a goddess who watches over Shinju Village. She leads the Guardians of the Sacred Tree on a quest to fight Magatsu's forces and reduce his evil influence over the land. When playing as Towa, you enhance your Guardian's abilities and watch the village evolve over the years. Villagers assist you in crafting emblems and seals that your Guardians can equip to grow stronger. You can also forge swords with different stats and abilities, giving your heroes a better chance of success in battle. On the hero side, you run through a series of areas engaging in combat with Magatsu's minions. After each room, you will acquire new abilities in a system reminiscent of Warriors Abyss. The twist here though is, you control two heroes at once, wielding the power of the sacred sword Tsurugi and the staff Kuraga. Each Guardian has unique abilities and their own set of swords, which makes every combat style and Guardian pairing feel different. This approach gives the game a fresh and interesting spin on the roguelike formula, even if it doesn't always deliver the impact that you might expect. Combat in Towa of the Guardians and the Sacred Tree takes place in an isometric top-down view across multiple arenas. The action feels fast and responsive, which makes battles exciting and engaging. The game also adds another layer of strategy with each Guardian carrying two separate swords, the Honzashi, typically a slashing weapon, and the Wakizashi, usually focused on AoE or spellcasting attacks. Now this is an interesting concept, but it is complicated by the limited durability of each weapon, which means players are forced to switch attacks mid-combat, and I know it's designed to keep things varied, but in practice, I personally found it very restrictive. In my particular runs, I relied on AoE attacks as my main strength, only to be forced to switch to a slashing attack that felt almost useless. While it is possible to build up each sword during a run, the mechanic often felt unnecessary, and when I was playing it almost felt like I had a bolt action sword that needed reloading just as I had laid my AoE traps. Some players may enjoy this layer of resource management, but it just didn't work for me in my particular build. Enemy encounters also tend to become tedious rather quickly. The rooms lack variety and combat often falls into a repetitive cycle of dodging red zones, attacking, and repeating. Each character does have their own health pool, and dodging red zones with the first character will often leave the second character behind due to a delay, and that frequently results in your teammate taking hits and being knocked out early. Now you can counter this with online or local play, but it's something to keep front of mind while playing solo. You also have the ability to manually control the second character, but it's often just not feasible in the height of battle. While playing, the first run felt like a satisfying length, but subsequent runs afterwards became frustrating. You might fight 2 or 3 rooms full of enemies, face a boss, and then continue on through to multiple bosses, only to lose most of your health on a single encounter. And it often forces you to navigate more rooms at low health before then face planting against another boss, leading to a frustrating restart of a long run. Health restorative items are also scarce, which makes the game feel overly punishing, even on story mode where each failure grants a small buff that helps you progress. It's such a shame because after the first 2 or so hours, I really felt like I was hitting my stride, learning new combinations and knowing which upgrades to pick to suit my style. But unfortunately, the longer runs began to drain my enthusiasm, with each 35-minute attempt ending in failure and forcing me to repeat the same rooms and enemies over and over again. Some players will relish in this challenge, however, so don't let my frustrations deter you. Graphically, Towa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree combines a beautiful hand-drawn look with feudal Japan-inspired flourishes to create an inspiring art style. The environments are colourful and bright, and the hand-drawn sprites during story sequences look fantastic. Each hero is distinct and full of personality, ranging from samurai-inspired heroines to a buff koi fish and even a chibi dog warrior. The diversity is clever and well executed, and it adds even more depth to the stunning visual presentation. The game is locked at 30 frames per second on the Switch 2, never skipping a beat, while the Switch 1 version performs similarly with only minor frame pacing issues in certain areas. For me, these occasional hiccups didn't really detract from the experience, and the beautiful art style is supported by an amazing soundtrack from composer Hitoshi Sakimoto, who expertly sets the mood and complements the gorgeous backdrops of the game, which enhance the overall immersion. For my Guardians looking into accessibility, there are some display and screen shake reduction options to choose from, but no specific accessibility options. Players can remap controls however to suit their needs, but as always, I recommend further research into finding out if Towa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree suits your needs. At just $55 Australian, Towa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree offers around 10 to 25 hours of gameplay, depending on your approach to roguelites and skill level. Now, I enjoyed my time with Towa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree, despite my complaints in the review. It's a bold attempt at doing something different in the roguelike genre, and that ambition shows in the unique mechanics, dual hero combat, and the rich hand-drawn world. Players will either relish the challenge or find it frustrating depending on their taste. I recommend trying the demo to see how it resonates with you, as games that think outside the box deserve to be played. And it's clear that a lot of love and care have gone into this game, from the art and the music to the intricate systems that set it apart from other titles. Frustrations aside, if you're looking for another roguelike to challenge your skill, Towa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree offers some unique twists to a genre that are worth exploring. So, what's it like? Towa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree is like Warrior's Abyss, with an added layer of mechanics. I award it a 68 out of 100. In the interest of full disclosure, a review copy was provided by Bandai Namco, but this doesn't influence my score. Thanks so much for watching my video. If you liked it, the best way you can support What's It Like is by liking, subscribing, and sharing it with your friends. For more reviews, click on the thumbnails to the right, and for everything Nintendo, check out what'sItlike.com.au.